Well, good afternoon, Pirate fans, and welcome to Pirate Field for today's collegiate baseball game between your Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates and the Florida Tech Panthers. A little bit late on our start today. The Florida Tech Wingate game, which preceded this game, went a little bit long. It was a 24-7 victory for Florida Tech, but kudos to the grounds crew for the Pirates as they turned this field around pretty quickly, and we are almost ready to go here with the first pitch between the Pirates and the Panthers meeting for the second time this weekend. On Friday, it was a slugfest between the two teams, 15-11, Armstrong Atlantic with the victory. And since then, Florida Tech has knocked off Wingate twice. And we'll face the Pirates here. And the Pirates will send Ross Partee to the hill to face the Panthers. Partee making his second start as a Pirate. He is 1-0 with a 7.11 earned run average. In his first start of the season, he went 6 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 2. And he'll face Nick Brennan for the Panthers leading things off here. And the first pitch to him is low for ball 1. Defensively for the Pirates, behind Partee. Behind the plate, Sean Hotzak. At third base, Kenny Kale. Josh Dallas is at short, as there is a fly ball foul down the left field line, out of play. Josh Wilson's at second. Tyler Evans is at first, and in the outfield from left to right, Brad Bohannon, Mark Noble, and Truman Marek. The 1-1 pitch is lined to third, Kale has to take it on a short hop, throws on to first, and there is one down. It was well hit, but Kale in perfect position to field that one. And with one down, the right fielder Brennan Toomey steps in. Coming into today's action, Toomey was hitting .417, no homers, 3 runs driven in. Takes a first pitch strike from Partee here, and it's 0-1. Armstrong Atlantic 5-1 on the season, ranked 28th in the Collegiate Baseball Division II Top 30 poll. As there's a line drive into left field, but right at Bohannon. Bohannon makes the grab for out number 2. So quickly, 2 down for the Pirates here in the top of the first. And it brings up the shortstop, Stephen Condata. Condata an even .500 coming into today's action. He was 6 for 12 through the Panthers' first 3 games. Partee's first pitch to him is a strike. A very busy day around the AASU Athletic Department yesterday. Today, a little bit simpler. We've got baseball here for you, and the Armstrong tennis team's on the road, and that is about it. As Condata fouls off the 0-1 pitch. The Armstrong baseball team did pick up a 10-4 win over Wingate yesterday. 3-run home runs from Sean Hotzak and Truman Marek pacing the way for the Pirates in that contest. 0-2 pitch from Partee, swung on and lined into center field. On the run is Noble. Noble will make the one-handed grab, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Panthers. We go to the bottom of the first. Pirates coming about. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic will get its first look at left-hander Jay Krause, making his second start of the season for Florida Tech. He delivers a first pitch strike to Mark Noble, leading things off for Armstrong Atlantic. Krause hurled 5 shutout innings for Florida Tech in Tuesday's win over Rollins, the Panthers season opener. There's a pop foul off the bat of Noble, but it will fall harmlessly. Krause gave up just 2 hits, walked 5, but struck out 5 in the 10-2 win over Rollins. He faces Mark Noble, who is hitting .412 for the Pirates in the early going. Foul tip at the plate. Noble stays alive. After Noble, it'll be Tyler Evans and Truman Marek for the Pirates. Josh Wilson will bat cleanup. Sean Hotsack bats 5th. The DH Chris Smith bats 6th. There's a ground ball into left field. 0-2 base hit for Mark Noble. And the Pirates get the first runner on here in the bottom of the first. Kenny Kale will bat 7th. Brad Bohannon 8th. And Josh Dallas will bat 9th for the Pirates here this afternoon. Tyler Evans steps in, the first baseman today for the Pirates, hitting .348. 8 hits and 23 at-bats and 9 runs scored already through 6 games. Krause's first pitch to him is grounded into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Noble will have to stop at second. But the Pirates picking up where they left off yesterday. Leading things here with 2 base hits, and Truman Marek is going to step in. Marek has swung the big bat this weekend. 2 home runs, 3-run shot yesterday. He had a solo home run on Friday, as well as the bases clearing double in the 8th inning that gave the Pirates a 15-11 win over Florida Tech. First pitch bounces, but is blocked by the catcher Palace. The count is 1-0. Marek hitting .455, 10 hits and 22 at-bats. 2 homers, 9 runs driven in. He's also drawn a team-high 7 walks. The 1-0 pitch is a strike at the belt. One pitch from Krause, and it's inside. Almost hits Marek. He ducks out of the way. And the count goes to 2-1. Just underway. We're in the bottom of the first inning between the Pirates and the Panthers, as there's a foul ball down the left field line. The count goes to 2-2 on Truman. The first game of the day between Florida Tech and Wingate running a little extra. So we started right at about 2:20. Krause looks the runner at second back. Now delivers the 2-2 pitch. It is looped into left field, and that's going to be a base hit. Rounding third and holding is Noble. But the Pirates have the bases full here. In the bottom of the first inning, nobody out for Josh Wilson. Wilson, the redshirt freshman, hitting .280, 2 home runs, 8 runs driven in. Pirates have hit 6 home runs as a team through the first 6 games, 2 by Marek, 2 by Wilson, and 2 by the man on deck, Sean Hotsack. So good production from the middle of the lineup so far in the early part of the season for head coach Joe Roberts and the Pirates. Krause's first pitch to Wilson is low, ball 1. Mark Noble on at third, Tyler Evans on at second, Truman Marek on at first. 3 straight base hits to open the game, and Krause delivers a strike to Wilson to even up the count at 1-1. One pitch, late swing by Wilson, chasing the outside pitch, and it's now 1-2 on the Pirates' second baseman. One-two pitch, foul back out of the play. So the count remains 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and fouled. Wilson just got a piece of it as that breaking ball dipped into the dirt. Pickoff play at second, but Evans gets back to the bag safely. Now Krause will deliver another 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Krause gets Wilson on the high fastball for the first out of the inning, and that's a huge strikeout for Krause and the Panthers. Now they're perhaps a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. As Sean Hotzak, the Pirates' senior catcher, steps to the plate. .357 average, 2 home runs, 10 runs driven in. Krause's first pitch to him is lifted into right center. That's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Hotzak heading to second. They're waving the runner. Marek throw to the plate is up the line, not in time, and it's a bases clearing double in the right center gap for Sean Hotzak, and the Pirates take a 3-0 lead. So Sean adds to his team-leading RBI total. He now has 13 in the first 7 games of action here. And Chris Smith, the designated hitter, will step in now for the Pirates. Krause's first pitch to him is a strike on the outside part of the plate. Smith hitting .273, 3 for 11 with 3 runs driven in. All 3 of those RBIs came in Friday's win over Florida Tech. 0-1 pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Armstrong Atlantic 5-1, and next weekend we'll host Southern Connecticut State for 3 games here at Pirate Field, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Owls have been a yearly visitor to Pirate Field as there's a foul ball, or a fair ball hit right in front of the plate. The catcher, Palace, comes out of his crouch and retires Smith 2-3. Moving from second to third is Hotzak, so there's 2 down, a runner at third for Kenny Kale, the Pirates' third baseman.
Third baseman, number 7, Kenny Kale.
Kale hitting .364, 8 for 22 on the season. Swings into ground ball to first. Easy play for Eamon Powers at first. Steps on the bag, and that retires the side. But the Pirates get 3 runs on the bases clearing double by Sean Hotzak. We're through 1 here at Pirate Field. Armstrong leads 3-0. Catcher Sam Pallas leads things off for Florida Tech here in the top of the 2nd inning. Armstrong Atlantic on top 3-0. Breaking ball to Pallas drops in over the plate for strike 1. Pallas hitting .200 coming into today, but his 2 hits and 10 at-bats, both home runs. He had a 3-run home run for the Panthers here on Friday against the Pirates. Had a solo home run in the Panthers season opener on Tuesday. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2 on Pallas. Ross Partee looks in for the sign and delivers the 1-2 pitch, foul tipped at the plate. Partee, a 6'3", 210-pound junior from Vero Beach, Florida. Played junior college ball at Indian River Community College in Florida. Time called by Pallas as Partee took a little bit too much time bringing the ball to the plate. Now the right-hander kicks and fires. Breaking ball grounded to second. Wilson up with it. Throws on to first, and there's 1 down. I'll bring up the designated hitter, Brandon Veroni. Actually, correction, the first baseman, Eamon Powers, steps to the plate. Powers pinch hit against the Pirates on Friday. Takes over first base duties today from Veroni, who is on deck. He is serving as the designated hitter today. Partee starts him off with a strike and then a pitch high for a ball, and the count is 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That is a little outside. Taken for a ball. And the count is 2-1. Swing and a foul back out of play by Powers. And it's now 2-2. The only other Pirate athletic teams in action today, the men's and women's tennis teams up in North Georgia. Both teams taking on conference foe North Georgia. The women also taking on Brenau University. Both teams picked up Peach Belt wins yesterday. The men's tennis team knocking off Lander 5-4, and the women's tennis team blanking Lander 9-0. 2-2 pitch is lifted into left field. Bohannon coming in, makes the grab for out number 2. Now we'll see Veroni, the designated hitter. 3 for 8 coming into today, 375 average. Partey's first pitch to him is a strike. Again, second game of the day for Florida Tech. They played Wingate in a game that started at 10 a.m. It was a 1-0 game going into the 7th inning and ended up being 24-7. Florida Tech put up 5 runs in the 6th, 5 runs in the 7th, 5 runs in the 8th, and then 9 runs in the 9th. Roney fouls off the 1-1 pitch, and the count is now 1-2. Off-speed pitch tapped right back to Partey. He'll throw on to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Panthers. Here in the top of the second, we go to the bottom of the second. Pirates leading it 3-0. Boyd and John Sherman in attendance.
Interesting how they weren't here yesterday.
Yep. I knew Boyd got back. He was from Curacao.
Yeah, I guess they did.
Yeah, like last night. Brad Bohannon leads things off for the Pirates here in the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Bohannon, Dallas, and Noble to face Jay Krause. And Krause's first pitch to Bohannon is low for ball 1. Brad hitting .269, 7 hits, and 26 at-bats. Takes a strike here to even up the count at 1-1. And another pitch bounces in the dirt for a ball. And it's 2-1. Yesterday, the Armstrong Atlantic softball team split its season opening doubleheader against Lander. The Pirates lost 5-4 in extra innings in Game 1, but then came back and won 5-4 in extra innings in Game 2. 2-2 pitch to Bohannon outside, and the count runs full on the Pirates left fielder. The softball teams will be next in action on Tuesday as they visit Valdosta State for a 5 p.m. doubleheader. 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So Krause, after starting the game by giving up 3 straight hits, he comes back. He's now retired 4 of his last 5, and it brings up Josh Dallas, the Pirates shortstop, hitting .350, 7 hits and 20 at-bats. He hits a ground ball to first, race to the bag, and Powers will beat Dallas. And it'll just quickly 2 down here in the second. So we'll go back to the top of the order for Noble. Singled and scored in the first inning. Krause's first pitch to him is right over the plate for strike 1. Fastball low from Krause. It's 1-1. Krause, the #1 starter for Florida Tech this season, is a 6'2" senior from Naples, Florida. He's now ahead of Noble 1-2. Pitch a little low, taken for a ball. Krause thought he had the knee-high strike, but the count goes to 2-2. So the 2-2 delivery, that is low again, and for the second time in this inning, Krause has run the count full on a Pirate batter. So again, the payoff pitch from Krause is swung on and foul back to the screen. Noble swung at ball 4. But he digs back in. Krause into the wind, and the 3-2 pitch swung on and looped, but foul down the left field line. Good breaking ball that Noble fought off. 3-0, bottom of the second inning here at Pirate Field. Number 28 ranked Armstrong Atlantic State Pirates taking on Florida Tech out of the Sunshine State Conference. 3-2 pitch again. That one is well over the head of Noble, and Noble will trot down to first base with the walk. First walk issued by Krause this afternoon. And it brings up the first baseman, Tyler Evans. Evans singled and scored in the first inning. Krause's first pitch to him is a strike. Other action around the Peach Belt Conference today. USC Upstate looking to complete a 3-game sweep of Shepherd, up early on them 10-6. 10 runs in 1 inning for the Spartans in that one. UNC Pembroke also looking for a sweep of Anderson. They were leading that game early, 6-2. USC Aiken taking on Carson Newman, leading that game early. Fastball high to Evans on an 0-2 pitch. It's now 1-2. The biggest result yesterday, Mount Olive, the team the Pirates took 3-4 from last weekend, moved to 2-0 in the Peach Belt CVAC Challenge as Evans is called out on strike 3. Breaking ball freezes him, and that retires the side. So the Pirates get a 2-out walk, but nothing else. We are through 2 here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leads 3-0. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leads Florida Tech 3-0. Top of the 3rd inning we go.
Third baseman number 4, Eric Trias.
Eric Trias will lead things off for Florida Tech. The third baseman, 3 for 12 coming into today's action. Takes a first pitch strike from Ross Partee, and it's 0-1. Last half inning talked about Mount Olive. The Trojans were in Florence this weekend taking on a pair of Peach Belt teams, and the Trojans up to the task. They defeated Georgia College 6-4 on Friday, and then yesterday beat Francis Marion 4-2. 1-1 pitch from Partee. That's a strike at the knees, and it's 1-2. Georgia College did rebound from Friday's loss to Mount Olive to defeat Coker yesterday 8-2. One-two pitch from Partee, a little low. And it's 2-2. Limestone split a doubleheader with Augusta State, winning 4-2 in the first game. Augusta came back to win game 2, 4-3. 2-2 pitch popped up. Foul territory. Giving chase is Marek and Wilson, but they will not be able to catch up to it. And the count remains 2-2. North Georgia split a doubleheader with West Alabama yesterday, losing the first game 4-2, but winning the second game 2-1. Pfeiffer defeated Lander 13-3. USC Aiken beat Carson Newman 4-2. USC Upstate swept Shepherd 1-0 and 5-2. As there's a ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Eric Trias for the first base hit of the day for the Panthers. And Florida Tech has the leadoff runner on for left fielder Will Lanier. The other Peach Belt scores yesterday, Auburn Montgomery beat Georgia Southwestern 7-5 in 10 innings. UNC Pembroke swept Anderson 10-1 and 4-2, and Columbus State beat Lynn 10-1. Lanier steps in, left fielder today for Florida Tech. Did not start against the Pirates on Friday. He has 2 hits and 2 at-bats coming into today. He takes a pitch high for ball one from Partee. Throw over to first. Trias chased back to the bag. Other action today in the Peach Belt, Columbus State's hosting or visiting Newberry in a classic down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch by Partee. It's 1-1. Limestone wraps up its series at Augusta. Anderson wrapping up its series at Pembroke. Carson Newman at USC Aiken. North Georgia at West Alabama. Georgia College is taking on St. Andrews today, and then tonight Francis Marion takes on Coker. One pitch, bunted, popped up bunt to third. It's foul, and Kale cannot get there in time to make a play on it. So the count goes to 1-2. Trias leads away from first. The 1-2 pitch from Partee to Lanier. Swung on and popped foul out of play. So the count remains 1-2. Throw over to first. Trias back to the bag. Top of the third inning. Armstrong Atlantic leading Florida Tech 3-0. Fourth game of the weekend for Florida Tech. The Panthers lost to the Pirates on Friday 15-11. Came back and beat Wingate yesterday 5-3. And then won today's first game against the Bulldogs 24-7. Two balls, two strikes. Lanier. Partee's off-speed pitch bounces in front of Hotzak. Throw down to second, and Trias is out trying to advance on the ball in the dirt. Nice play by Sean Hotzak. That'll go down as a caught stealing for Trias. And that's the first out of the inning. The count is now full on Lanier, but the bases are empty. It hit right, looked like it almost hit right off the plate, but it took a fortuitous bounce right to Hotzak. And there is a called strike three, letter high on Lanier, and Partee now has two down for the second baseman, J.D. Davison.
Second baseman number 2, J.D. Davidson.
Davidson 308 coming into today. 4 hits and 13 at-bats. He's had all 4 of those hits here this weekend, as he was 0 for 5 in Tuesday's first game for Florida Tech. Partee starts him off with a couple of balls, and it's 2-0. Fastball lifted into deep center field. Noble on the run, but just shy of the warning track, he'll make the grab, and that will retire the side. Florida Tech gets its first hit of the game, but that's it. We go to the top of the, or excuse me, the bottom of the third, 3-0 Pirates. Bottom of the third inning, Armstrong Atlantic leads at 3-0. Truman Marek will lead things off for the Pirates. He'll be followed by Josh Wilson and Sean Hotzak, facing left-hander Jay Kraus. Marek singled and scored against Kraus in the first inning. Kraus gave up 3 first-run innings, but allowed just a walk in inning number 2. Here he falls behind Marek 2-0. To Truman, senior right fielder, who got his first action as a Pirate on the mound, hits a ground ball to first. Powers will be racing Marek to the bag and beats him for out number 1. Truman pitched 1 1/3 innings of scoreless ball yesterday against Wingate. That'll bring up Josh Wilson, second baseman, struck out against Kraus in the first inning.
Second baseman number 1, Josh Wilson.
First pitch to him, swung on and missed for strike 1. Wilson, the redshirt freshman from Springfield, played high school ball at nearby Effingham County. Takes a pitch low for ball 1. 1-1 pitch fouled at the plate, and the count goes to 1-2. Monday and Tuesday out at Southbridge Golf Club, the Armstrong Atlantic women's golf team will host a 6-team tournament. Lady Pirates' second tournament action of the season, as there's a called strike 3. Wilson out on strikes. Kraus now has retired 7 of the last 8 batters he's faced.
Number 9, Sean Hotzak.
And he now faces Sean Hotzak, the last batter to get hit off of him. It was a bases-clearing double in right center in the first inning. Takes a pitch low and away for ball 1. I'd like to congratulate Armstrong Atlantic men's golfer Chris Wolf in the Pirates' first tournament action of the spring. He won his second tournament of the year at the Outback Steakhouse Intercollegiate in Panama City Beach, Florida, where he won by 6 strokes over the field. Big swing and a miss by Hotzak there on the 2-0 pitch, makes the count 2-1. Wolf, a sophomore from Warner Robins, leads the Pirates this year in stroke average and is making a bid for All-American honors. 3-1 pitch up coming from Kraus to Hotzak. It's a strike at the knees, and the count runs full. Three-two pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and Kraus works a 1-2-3 third, striking out 2 batters. We're through 3 here at Pirate Field. It's 3-0 Armstrong. Top of the fourth inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leading Florida Tech 3-0. Back to the top of the Panther order we go. Nick Brennan will lead things off for Florida Tech. Tries to bunt his way on, bunts it right back to Partee. And Partee will throw him out for out number one. And that will bring up the right fielder, Brendan Toomey. Toomey, a left-handed hitter, lined out to left his first time up. Hits one to short. Josh Dallas will make the catch on the run. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Partee here in the fourth. And we'll bring up the shortstop, Stephen Condata.
Shortstop for 3, Stephen Condata.
Condata flew out to center his first time up. A preseason All-American candidate for Florida Tech. Panthers shortstop looks at a pitch letter high for strike one. Partee kicks and fires, and that one is inside for a ball. Evening the count at 1-1. The ASU basketball teams picked up 2 big wins yesterday over rival Columbus State. There's a line drive in the right field that's going to fall in front of Truman Marek for a base hit. Second hit of the day for the Panthers. This one comes with 2 out and brings up the catcher, Sam Pallas. The Lady Pirates won their second game in a row with a win over Columbus, 74-63. 5 Lady Pirates in double figures in that one, led by Kenetha Gordon's 15 points and 14 rebounds. The Armstrong men picked up an 80-64 win over Columbus State. Patrick Sanu, who just this past week was named to the Academic All-District team, had a career-high 19 points in the win over the Cougars. Pallas looks at a first pitch ball from Partee. With Condata on at first and 2 out. Partee's next pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Hotzak. Condata not able to advance. This week, the Harvard basketball teams will visit Georgia College on Wednesday and then wrap up its home season on Saturday against USC Upstate. Pitching a fly ball into right center field. Marek and Noble converging. Marek will make the grab, and that will retire the side. The Panthers get a hit but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Pirates leading it 3-0. Bottom of the fourth inning here at Pirate Field, Armstrong Atlantic with a 3-0 lead over Florida Tech. Chris Smith will lead things off for the Pirates against Jay Krause. Takes a pitch high and outside for ball one. Smith grounded out to the catcher. His first time up today. Another pitch, letter high for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Another pitch, another strike, and it's 1-2. Krause has struck out 5 so far. 1-2 breaking ball, and that one is golfed into left field on the run, and making a great diving catch is the left fielder Will Lanier. And Lanier robs Smith of a double. Smith slid into second, thought he had a double all the way, but Lanier making a highlight reel grab for the first out of the inning. Now we'll bring up the third baseman, Kenny Kale. Kale grounded out to first base unassisted his first time up. He takes a pitch upstairs for ball one. Pirates had 4 hits in the first inning against Krause, but have yet to get one since then. The only base runner since the first, the 2-out walk drawn by Mark Noble. 2-0 pitch to Kale is low, and he gets ahead 3-0 on Krause. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, and it's 3-1. Kale, the sophomore from right here in Savannah, played at Mill, Georgia last year. Graduated from Benedictine in town. 3-1 pitch is down low, ball 4, and the Pirates have a 1-out base runner. Second walk issued by Krause, and it brings up Brad Bohannon. Bohannon struck out on a 3-2 fastball from Krause his first time up. Krause's first pitch to him is grounded to first. They'll go to second for 1, not in time to double up Bohannon. So Kale is out on the fielder's choice, 3-6. And there's 2 down for Josh Dallas. Dallas grounded out the first unassisted his first time up. The lefty hitting, facing the lefty pitcher Krause. First pitch to him is a strike. 3 runs on 4 hits for the Pirates today. No runs on 2 hits for Florida Tech. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch from Krause floats in high, and it's 1-1. One pitch grounded right back to Krause. He'll flip it over to first, and that will retire the side. The Pirates get a walk, but nothing else. We are through 4 here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leads 3-0. Top of the fifth inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leads Florida Tech 3-0. Eamon Powers hits a first pitch ground ball to second underneath the glove of Wilson into right field. And the Panthers have a leadoff base hit for the second time in this game. Off the bat of Powers, who is now 1 for 2 today. And it brings up the designated hitter, Brandon Veroni.
Designated hitter number 21, Brandon Veroni.
Veroni grounded back to the pitcher, Partee, his first time up. Ross's first pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Florida Tech out of the Sunshine State Conference. Finished a couple of games over 500 last year. That is a tough conference baseball-wise, as there's a line drive in the left field sinking, and it's going to fall in front of Bohannon for a hit. 2 straight hits for the Panthers here, leading off the top of the fifth. And the third baseman, Eric Trias, will come to the plate. And Sean Hotzak will head out to the mound to talk things over with Partee. The Sunshine State Conference has featured the last 2 national champions. The University of Tampa last year and Florida Southern the year before that. Bunt back to the pitcher. They'll go to third and get the lead runner. So 1 out, as our camera picture has decided to go funky on us. Looks like the vertical hold is off on it somehow. Well, we will endeavor to fix that. But until then, have to listen to me to describe the action for you. Will Lanier steps in. Struck out against Partee looking his first time up. First pitch to him is a breaking ball low for ball 1.
Number 6, Will Lanier.
So 2 on but 1 out here in the top of the fifth. And there we go. Now we're back. 1-0 pitch from Partee will not be made. Instead, he steps off the rubber. Just a loose connection on the wire there. And now Partee's 1-0 pitch down and away for a ball. It's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch to Lanier, high, ball 3. The 3-0 pitch is a letter high strike, and the count goes to 3-1. Ross Partee, his first jam he's faced in this game. 2 runners on with 1 out. And Will Lanier, the left fielder, at the plate. 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. So the tying runs are on for J.D. Davidson, the second baseman, flew out to deep center field his first time up. And Calvin Culberson, the Pirates pitching coach, is going to head out to the mound to talk things over with Partee. Assistant coach Calvin Culberson's talk is done on the mound. Partee will now go to work on Davidson with the bases loaded and one out. Pirates looking for a ground ball here. Partee's first pitch bounces in for ball one. First real threat offered by the Panther offense in this game. They had a runner on in the third, a runner on in the fourth. First time they've had more than one on. There's a pitch outside, and it's 2-0 to Davidson. There is activity in the Armstrong bullpen. The 2-0 pitch from Partee, strike at the knees. Ross from the stretch. And the 2-1 pitch swung on and popped up in the infield. Kale in foul territory. Now it drifts fair, and Kale makes the grab right next to the bag at third base for out number 2. And that's a big out for the Pirates. Now they can get out of the jam by retiring the next batter, Nick Brennan, the center fielder, who has grounded out twice. He tried to bunt his way on his last time up and bunted right back to the pitcher, Partee. He also grounded out to third. Ross's first pitch to Brennan is high ball one. Austin Ducey and Jacob Roberson loosening in the Armstrong bullpen. Again, bases full of Panthers, but 2 out in the inning. 1-0 pitch from Partee. Swung on and grounded to second. Wilson up with it, flips it on to first, and that retires the side. The Panthers load the bases, but Partee gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Pirates leading it 3-0. Center fielder Mark Noble leads things off for the Pirates against Florida Tech left-hander Jay Krause, who has really settled down after a tough first inning. He gave up 4 hits and 3 runs, but since then he's been untouched by the Pirate hitters, just a couple of walks as we begin the bottom of the 5th. Noble has one of those walks. He walked his last time up against Krause. Takes a pitch low here for ball 1. Mark is 1 for 1 with a walk, a single, and a run scored. Moving up to the leadoff spot in the lineup for the Pirates, and there he hits one into left field for a base hit. So Noble's 2 for 2, and he's been on base 3 times. So the leadoff runner on for for Tyler Evans, who is 1 for 2 today. Struck out looking against Krause's last time up. Noble leads away from first. Pirates have not attempted a stolen base on Krause, the left-hander, yet today. First pitch to Evans well high for ball 1. Krause has thrown pretty well since the first inning, but he has thrown a lot of pitches. He's gone to full counts on 4 batters since the first. And between innings, there was a little bit of activity in the Florida Tech bullpen. He threw 5 innings on Tuesday against Rollins, threw 5 shutout innings, but walked 5 and struck out 5. 1-0 pitch to Evans is outside, and it's 2-0 to the Pirates' first baseman. Noble leads away from first. Now we'll throw to first and send Noble back to the bag. Pirates at 5-1 dropped the first game of the season to Mount Olive, but have since won 5 straight, as there's another pitch way high and outside to Evans, and Evans is way ahead now, 3-0. Florida Tech 3-1, beat Rollins on Tuesday, lost to the Pirates here on Friday, but has beaten Wingate each of the last 2 days, yesterday and today. 3-0 pitch to Evans, that's a automatic strike, and it's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Krause swung on and fouled back to the screen. And the count is now full, so Krause with another full count on a Pirate hitter. Runner goes on the 3-2 pitch. It's lifted into deep right field, and that one is going to get into the gap. Rounding third is Noble. He will score easily, and Evans pulls up into second base with an RBI double, and the Pirates now lead it 4-0. Now we'll bring up Truman Marek. Marek 1 for 2 today. Singled, scored in the first, grounded out to first base, unassisted in the third. Takes a pitch low for ball 1. So finally, we have a run scored after the 3 runs in the first put up by the Pirates. Swinging a ground ball off the plate back to the pitcher Krause. He'll flip it to first for the out. Moving from second to third is Evans. So Evans now 90 feet away with only one out, and Josh Wilson at the plate, who has struck out twice against Kraus this afternoon. Infield comes in for Florida Tech to try and cut down the runner at home.
Second base, number 1, Josh Wilson.
Wilson will be trying to just get the ball into the outfield. Played another run here. Krause's first pitch to Wilson is grounded foul to the Pirates dugout for strike one. Breaking ball swung on and missed. It bounces away from Palance, but not far enough for Evans to score, and Krause is now ahead 0-2 on Wilson. Another one bounces in the dirt. This one gets away farther from Palance, but it's up the third base line. So all Evans can do is watch it. And the count goes to 1-2. 4-0 Pirates lead. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning here at Pirate Field. The 1-2 pitch from Krause is high, and it's 2-2. Two-two pitch again fouled by Wilson. Howard's second baseman fighting off a couple of tough pitches there from Krause and has it at 2-2. Tyler Evans on at third, 1 run in the inning for the Pirates. The 2-2 pitch down in the dirt, and the count runs full again. Pitch count getting up there for Krause as we're in the 5th inning here. The 3-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 4. The ball gets away from Palance, but Evans didn't get a good enough jump and could not score. But Wilson comes all the way back from being in the hole 0-2 and draws a walk. The third walk issued by Krause today. And it brings up Sean Hotsack, who owns the big hit today, a bases-clearing double in the first that plated 3 runs. Infield at double play depth, hoping to turn 2 to get out of the inning. Krause's first pitch to Hotsack is popped up on the bunt to first. Eamon Powers makes the grab, and that is the second out of the inning. So Hotsack, who squeezed in a run yesterday, set the single season sacrifice record last year, cannot get the bunt down, and it's going to take a 2-out hit from Chris Smith if the Pirates want to add any more runs. Smith has lined out and grounded out to the catcher. Krause's first pitch to him hits him. Inside pitch came a little too far in, and the bases are loaded. Kenny Cale steps to the plate now for the Pirates. The third baseman walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1.
Third baseman, number 7, Kenny Cale.
The Pirates can really bust this one wide open if Kenny can get an extra base hit here. 4-0 Pirates lead. Bases are loaded. Tyler Evans on at third. Josh Wilson on at second. Chris Smith on at first. Krause's first pitch to Kale is lined up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score. Rounding third and heading home is Wilson. He will score. And Kenny Kale comes up with the big 2-out base hit, and it is now 6-0. So 3 runs for the Pirates in the first inning against Krause, and now 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. And it's a 6-0 lead. Brad Bohannon steps in, hit into a fielder's choice. Breaking ball inside for a ball. And it's 1-0 to Bohannon. And we're going to get a visit to the mound from the Florida Tech pitching coach, Gene Harris. We'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. Another left-hander in the bullpen for Florida Tech as the meeting on the mound is done, and Krause will go back to work on Bohannon with a 1-0 count. Justin Arsenault, who pitched against the Pirates on Friday, back up for Florida Tech. Throw down to second base. Tried to catch Chris Smith napping, but the Pirates DH able to get back, and the count goes to 1-1 on Bohannon. Chris Smith on at second, Kenny Kale on at first. 3 runs in here in the bottom of the 5th. Pirates lead at 6-0. 1-1 pitch to Bohannon, bounces in the dirt, hits off of Bohannon, and had it not hit off of him, the Pirates runners might have been able to advance, but the count goes to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Krause outside, and it's 3-1 now to Bohannon. The 3-1 pitch to Bohannon swung on and fouled, back out of play. So yet another full count for Krause. He's got to be up near 90 pitches, possibly even 100. He's thrown a lot here. And we're still in the 5th inning. So the runners will get a head start, 3-2 pitch, and instead Krause will bluff to second. The 3-2 pitch to Bohannon, swung on and missed, strike three, and that retires the side. But the Pirates plate three, thanks to the 2-run single by Kenny Kale. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It's 6-0 Pirates. Top of the 6th inning here. And before we have a first pitch thrown, it looks like something has happened to Ross Partee. He's out visiting with the trainer, Jessica Miller, and not sure exactly what happened, but it happened during his warm-up pitches here in the 6th inning. So Partee being attended to here. And it looks like Ross is going to have to come out of the game, and we're going to have a new pitcher. So the new pitcher for the Pirates will get as much time as he needs to warm up here. And it's going to be Austin Ducey. So Austin Ducey in for Ross Partee. We'll tell you about him when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Austin Ducey will come in for the Pirates, replacing Ross Partee, who, according to the Pirate coaches, is experiencing a little forearm tightness. Ross went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and he's in line to improve to 2-0 on the year if the Pirates can hold this 6-0 lead.
And on the mound for the Pirates, number 17, Austin Ducey.
And in comes Austin Ducey from the bullpen. Ducey, no record of 3.38 earned run average. In his only other appearance in the Pirates' opening weekend series against Mount Olive, Austin threw 5 1/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and struck out 4. And he will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the order for Florida Tech here. Brendan Toomey leads things off for the Panthers. He has lined out and popped out today. Pitch low to Toomey following a first pitch ball, and it's 2-0 to the Panthers right fielder. So Ducey in, Partee out, and there's a line drive up the middle for a base hit. And Florida Tech has a leadoff base hit here in the top of the 6th. That brings up the shortstop, Stephen Condata, 1 for 2 today. Ducey's first pitch to him bounces in front of the plate and actually hits Hotzek in the mask for ball 1. Toomey leads away from first. The 1-0 pitch from Ducey. Down and away, ball 2. Two-zero pitch, that's a strike at the knees. And the count goes to 2-1. Again, the Pirates will be next in action here next Friday as Armstrong Atlantic begins a 3-game series with Southern Connecticut State. 2 o'clock on Friday game time. And then the Pirates will also play Southern Connecticut State at 1 on Saturday and at noon on Sunday. And then after that, the Pirates open up Peach Belt Conference play as the newest member of the Peach Belt comes into town. Georgia Southwestern State visits the Pirates on February 24th and 25th. Pitch down low to Condata, and it's a 3-1 count now on the Panthers shortstop. The 3-1 pitch from Ducey, inside, ball 4.
Catcher number 5, Sam Pallas.
That will bring up Sam Pallas, the catcher, 0 for 2 today. He has grounded out to second and flied out to right. Ducey's first pitch to him is low, ball 1. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Pirates here this afternoon. Florida Tech no runs on 5 hits, but they have 2 runners on here with nobody out. Fastball looped to the first baseman Evans. He catches it in foul territory for out number 1. And that brings up the first baseman, Eamon Powers, who is 1 for 2 today. Powers flew out to left in the second inning. Singled, but was erased at third on a fielder's choice bunt attempt. And Ducey starts off Powers with a pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch, knees at the knees for strike 2. Or excuse me, strike 1. The count is now 1-1. Two on, 1 out in the 6th. Ducey delivers to Powers outside, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch, big swing and a miss as Powers swings through the fastball, and it's now 2-2 to Powers. The 2-2 delivery outside, and the count runs full. So the payoff pitch, runners go, and it's popped up into shallow left field. Going back is Kale, and Kale will make the grab, and they'll have the runner at first doubled off, but Evans can't grab it. Kale had to make the long throw from behind the bag at third. But Evans unable to pick up the ball in the dirt. The runner makes it back. So there are 2 down now for Brandon Veroni, the designated hitter.
Designated hitter number 21, Brandon Veroni.
Veroni is 1 for 2 today, takes a first pitch strike from Ducey. Grounded back to the pitcher in the second, singled in the 5th. A 1 pitch, big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Two on, 2 out, top of the 6th. Austin Ducey's 0-2 pitch, called strike 3. Oh no. It looked like the home plate umpire was ready to punch out the batter, but just kind of pointed at him. Not sure what that signifies, but evidently it's ball 1. So Ducey will deliver the 1-2 pitch now to Veroni. That is fouled at the plate. Two on, two out. Florida Tech led off the inning against Austin Ducey with a single and a walk, but a line out and a fly out. And now the runners go on the 1-2 pitch, and that one is fouled out of play. Austin Ducey in relief of Ross Partee, who had to come out at the beginning of the inning, experienced some forearm tightness. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike three, and Ducey comes back and gets the big strikeout. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Armstrong leads at 6-0. Josh Dallas leads things off for the Pirates and hits a ground ball to first. Flip to first base covering, or the pitcher covering, and Dallas beats out the hit, so an infield hit for Josh Dallas. Leading off the bottom of the sixth inning, and we'll go back to the top of the order for Mark Noble. Noble's been on base 3 times today, a pair of singles and a walk. Gets a line shot into center field for a base hit, so Krause endured a rocky 5th inning and has now allowed the first 2 runners to reach here in the 6th. Via singles, and it brings up Tyler Evans, who is 2 for 3 today, with an RBI double his last time up. Updating some scores for you. USC Upstate defeated Shepherd 11-7 today. USC Aiken beat Lincoln Memorial 9-4, and UNC Pembroke defeated Anderson 11-9. One score in progress. West Alabama is leading North Georgia 2-1 in the 8th inning. Evans looks at a first pitch ball from Krause. And now the 1-0 pitch from the left-hander is popped up in front of the Florida Tech dugout, and Powers over from first base tries to make a grab at it but can't. It's too close to the fence, and the count goes to 1-1. Evans singled in the first inning, struck out against Krause in the second, but then doubled in a run in the fifth. Pirates have 9 hits on the day today. The 1-1 pitch from Krause floats in for a ball. The 2-1 pitch from Krause inside, and it's 3-1 now to Tyler Evans. And Krause is in danger of loading the bases here to lead off the sixth. Arsenault back up in the Florida Tech bullpen, beginning to throw. The pitch is in the dirt, and Evans draws a walk to bring up Truman Marek, and that may be it for Jay Krause here this afternoon as the head coach for the Panthers, Paul Knight, out to the mound. And he makes the move to the bullpen. So we'll have a new pitcher. Tell you about him when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Florida Tech is Justin Arsenault, making his second appearance against the Pirates this weekend. In his first appearance, he went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, and struck out 2. And he comes in relief of Jay Krause here in the 6th inning. Starts off Truman Marek with a pitch low for ball 1. Krause goes 5+ innings, gives up 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned, walked 4, and struck out 6. The 1-0 pitch to Marek down for a ball, and it's 2-0 now to the Pirates right fielder, who is 1 for 3 today. Bases full of Pirates. The 2-0 pitch from Arsenault floats high, and that's 3-0. Josh Dallas on at third. Mark Noble on at second. Tyler Evans on at first, and a 3-0 count to Truman Marek. The pitch from Arsenault, and that's a strike. 3-1 pitch. That is high, ball 4, and Arsenault has walked in a run as Marek picks up the RBI, and it is now 7-0. That will bring up Josh Wilson for the Pirates.
Second baseman number 1 is Josh Wilson.
Wilson is 0 for 2 with a walk. Swings and misses on the pitch from Arsenal, and it's 0-1. A 1 pitch, grounded to third. Steps on the bag, throws home, and that is going to be a 5-2 double play. So the double play takes care of the runners coming from third and from second. And Sean Hotzak will step to the plate, but runners on first and second, 2 out now in the inning. Hotzak is 1 for 3 today, doubled in 3 runs in the first inning, struck out in the third, and popped up a bunt in the fifth. Takes a pitch low for ball 1. One 0 pitch again in the dirt for a ball, and it's 2-0. Ground ball down the third base line, but this one foul. Picked up by Trias. And it's now 2-1 on Hotzak. One pitch strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's now 2-2. Hotzak, Arsenault, in relief of Kraus, walked the first batter he faced, but got a double play ball off the bat of Wilson. And now the 2-2 pitch to Hotzak is grounded to second. They'll flip to the shortstop, Davidson to Condata, and that retires the side. But the Pirates plate 1, we go to the top of the 7th, 7-0, Armstrong. Top of the 7th inning we go here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic leading Florida Tech 7-0. Third baseman Eric Trias leading things off for Florida Tech. Takes a first pitch from Austin Ducey, low for ball one. Trias 1 for 2 today, singled in the third, then reached on a fielder's choice bunt attempt. Here he hits a ground ball to short. Dallas up with it. Throws high to first, but Evans able to come down with the throw for out number one. And the head coach, Knight, out to argue the call. He does not believe that Evans came down on the bag with the ball. Trias also in denial. He's still standing on first. And now we're going to have apparently a discussion between the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. So the discussion continues. Trias on at first. And they're going to uphold the call, so Trias is out, and there's one down in the inning. Now, we'll bring up the left fielder, Will Lanier, who has walked and struck out today. Ducey's first pitch to him is a strike. Another breaking ball, another strike from Ducey, and he's ahead quickly on Lanier 0-2. Oh-2 pitch outside, taken for a ball. And it's 1-2. Swung on, foul back behind us. And the count remains 1-2. 7 runs, 9 hits for the Pirates here this afternoon. No runs, 5 hits for Florida Tech as we are in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-2 pitch from Ducey, high, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ducey delivers another pitch high, and so the count now runs full on the left fielder, Will Lanier, for Florida Tech. 3-2 pitch, right back to Ducey on one hop. Ducey will flip it to first, and there's 2 down. And that brings up the second baseman, J.D. Davidson.
Second baseman, number 2, J.D. Davidson.
Davidson's flat out to center and popped up to third on a nice running grab by Kenny Kale. He takes a pitch high for ball 1 from Ducey. One-0 pitch swung through it, did Davidson. And it's now 1-1. 1-1 pitch right over the plate, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch, and that one is looped into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So a two-out base runner for the Panthers, and we go back to the top of the lineup. Nick Brennan, the center fielder, steps up. Brennan has kept the Pirates infield active. He's grounded out to third, grounded out to second, and also grounded out back to the pitcher on a bunt attempt. Ducey's first pitch to him is high ball one. Fastball low from Ducey, and it's 2-0 now to Brennan. Again, the Pirates will be in action this coming weekend with a 3-game set with Southern Connecticut State. Friday, 2 o'clock will be our next webcast of Pirate Baseball for you as Ducey delivers a strike. We'll not have Saturday's game for you. Instead, we'll have basketball action as the Pirates host USC Upstate Senior Day Alumni Arena. 2 o'clock for the women, 4 o'clock for the men. Fastball, foul down the left field line. The count goes to 2-2. And then we'll be back with you on Sunday as the Pirates take on Southern Connecticut State at noon here at Pirate Field. The 2-2 pitch from Ducey. Runner bluffs, and it's a ground ball in the hole, just up the lip and over the glove of a diving Josh Dallas into left field for a base hit. So Ducey got a couple of ground ball outs to begin the inning, but a couple of singles. And the Panthers have 2 on with 2 out for Brennan Toomey. Toomey graded Ducey to begin the 6th inning with a base hit. He is 1 for 3 today. Runner goes on the pitch, throw down to second, and the runners are safe. It's a double steal for the Panthers with Davidson and Brennan. And they are now in scoring position for Toomey. Ducey's 1-0 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hotzak, and it's now 2-0. Pitch, and this one's lifted into center field. On the run, Mark Noble. He will make the grab, and that will retire the side. Panthers get a pair of 2-out base hits, but nothing else. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stand up wherever you are. Pirates lead it 7-0. Chris Smith to lead things off for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Armstrong Atlantic leading it 7-0 over Florida Tech. Smith 0 for 2 today, but he was hit by a pitch his last time up. And he faces Justin Arsenault here and starts off with a ground ball to short. Up with it is Condata. Low throw to first, and it's in the dirt. Powers can't come up with it, so Smith reaches on an error, our first error of the ball game. And the Pirates have the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 7th. And that brings up Kenny Kale, 1 for 2 today, 2-run single his last time up. He also drew a walk. That was back in the 4th inning. Arsenault's first pitch to him is upstairs, ball 1. Smith leads away from first, but it's a conservative lead. Off-speed pitch, letter high strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Kale is inside. Kale dances out of the way of the pitch, and it's 2-1 now. To the sophomore third baseman for the Pirates. Brad Bohannon waits on deck. As Arsenault looks over at first, now delivers. 2-1 pitch, and that one is hit up the middle, but right at the center fielder for a catch, and we're going to get a double play as the runner, Smith, is doubled up on the line drive out to center field. So Nick Brennan robs Kenny Kale of a hit, gets the double play, and there are 2 down now in the inning for Bohannon. That's twice a Florida Tech outfielder has robbed a Pirate batter of a base hit. Will Lanier turned the trick, as there is a fly ball into right field on the run, and another diving grab. This time the right fielder, Brendan Toomey, comes up with one. So 2 great plays in the outfield. The Pirates are done here in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. Pirates lead at 7-0. Austin Ducey begins his 3rd inning of relief for the Pirates as we are in the top of the 8th. He will face the shortstop, Steven Condata, with the Pirates leading at 7-0. Final game of this weekend action here. This is the 5th game to be played this weekend here at Pirate Field. Armstrong won the first game on Friday against Florida Tech 15-11. Then Florida Tech came back, beat Wingate on Saturday 5-3. The Pirates then defeated Wingate 10-4. And earlier today, Florida Tech with a 24-7 win over Wingate before this game. 1-0 pitch from Ducey is a belt-high strike, and the count goes to 1-1. One pitch bunted, but right back to Ducey. He'll underhand it to first, and there's one down. It's about the 3rd time that a Panther player has tried to bunt his way on, but has bunted it right back to the pitcher. And with one down, Sam Pallas, the catcher, steps in. 0 for 3 today. Fouled out his last time up. He is also grounded out and flied out to right. Takes a knee-high strike from Ducey. And it's 0-1. Pirates scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st, 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and 1 run in the bottom of the 6th for our 7 runs. Ducey's 1-1 pitch to Pallas is down and in for ball 2. Two-one pitch lined into right. That's going to drop for a base hit. So Pallas with his first hit of the game. And the Panthers have 8 hits on the day, all singles. That will bring up the first baseman, Eamon Powers. Popped up to third base his last time up. Ducey's first pitch to Powers gets away from Hotzak, and advancing to second easily on the wild pitch is Pallas. There's a right-hander in the bullpen for Florida Tech loosening up. Number 23, Jody Danko, who also pitched against the Pirates on Friday. Ducey comes back and delivers a strike to Powers, and it's 1-1. Activity in the Pirates bullpen as well. As Ducey delivers the 1-1 pitch to Powers, that's fouled back out of play. That's 1-2. Nate Herter down the pen, but not seriously getting loose, just playing catch with one of the Pirate catchers. The 1-2 pitch from Ducey to Powers is outside, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Ducey must have been outside, and the count runs full. Alice leads away from second. The payoff pitch upcoming from Ducey to Powers. Floated into left field, but foul. And we'll do it again. Again, the payoff pitch. That one is grounded to short, backhanded by Dallas. Long throw to first, and that retires Powers, moving from second to third on the play. Is Palace, but there are now 2 down in the inning for the designated hitter. And actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter for Florida Tech as number 26, Michael Masana, is going to pinch hit for Veroni, excuse me. So Veroni out and Masana in. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Ducey for strike 1. Masana did not play before today. Not sure if he got into the first game today against Wingate, but this is his first appearance against the Pirates. He is a 6-foot senior from Pinehurst, North Carolina, and he looks at strike 2 from Ducey. The 0-2 pitch, outside and low, and it's 1-2. Palace on at third for the Panthers, but 2 down in the top of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch from Ducey is high. It's 2-2. Two-two pitch, that is also high, and Ducey now runs the count full on the pinch hitter, Masana. So the payoff pitch is low, and Ducey walks the pinch hitter, Masana, after falling or getting ahead of him 0-2. That will bring up the third baseman, Eric Trias. 1 for 3 today. Trias singled in the third, hit into a fielder's choice on a bunt attempt in the 5th, and grounded out to short in the 7th. Takes the first pitch for a strike. The 1 pitch bounces in the dirt, but blocked by Hotsack. Neither runner able to advance, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Austin Ducey is flied into right field. On the run is Marek, and it's over his head. That's going to get up against the wall. 2 runs are going to score. And Florida Tech finally gets runs across. It's now 7-2 on the 2-run double by Eric Trias. And that will bring up the left fielder, Will Lanier.
Left fielder number 6, Will Lanier.
And that may be it for Austin Ducey as assistant coach Calvin Culberson heads out to the mound and makes the signal to the bullpen. We'll have a new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The third pitcher of the day for Armstrong Atlantic is senior Jacob Roberson. He comes in relief of Austin Ducey with a runner on second and 2 out here in the 8th. Or excuse me, that's right, runner on second. 2 out, and the batter at the plate is Will Lanier, the left fielder. Ducey went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2, struck out 1, and he is responsible for the runner on at second. Roberson making his 3rd appearance of the season. No record, a 9 earned run average. He's pitched 2 innings, given up 1 hit, 2 runs. He's walked 3 and has not struck out a batter. Lanier looks at a first pitch ball from Roberson. And another pitch also low, and it's 2-0. Roberson, the senior from Altamont, Illinois, Kaskaskia Junior College, in his 2nd season as a Pirate. Looking to get the final out of this 8th inning. Delivers a strike here to Lanier, and it's 2-1. He pitched against Florida Tech on Friday in a similar situation, came in with 2 outs, runners on, got the final out of the inning, but got in trouble the next inning with a pair of walks. The 2-1 pitch from Roberson off speed, and that's outside, and it's 3-1. Trias leads away from second. The 3-1 pitch from Roberson to Lanier is high ball 4. That will bring up the second baseman, J.D. Davidson. 1 for 3 today, single his last time up.
Second baseman number 2, J.D. Davidson.
Davidson, left-handed hitter, looks in. Roberson from the stretch. And the first pitch is high, ball one. And Calvin Culberson back out to the mound to talk things over with Roberson. He came in and walked left fielder Lanier. Started off Davidson with a ball. Again, a reminder, Armstrong Atlantic will be back in action here at Pirate Field on Friday, taking on Southern Connecticut State. 2 o'clock game time. And our first webcast of Armstrong Atlantic softball action will be on Tuesday, February 27th, as the Pirates take on Georgia Southwestern in a Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. And Roberson now is set to work on Davidson again. The 1-0 pitch. Down low for a ball. It's 2-0. Pitch is outside, and Roberson is now in danger of loading the bases in a 7-2 ball game in the 8th inning. And that one's low, ball 4. So that will bring us back to the top of the Florida Tech order. Center fielder Nick Brennan. And that is it for Roberson. New pitcher for the Pirates will be coming in. We'll tell you about when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. For the 5th time already this season, the Pirates will call upon Nate Herter to preserve a victory. He comes in with the bases loaded, 2 out, top of the 8th inning, 2 runs already in. It's a 7-2 ball game. And Nick Brennan, the center fielder, at the plate. First pitch is a strike. Herder is 1-0 with a 1.04 earned run average and 3 saves. He has thrown 8 2/3 innings, given up 5 hits, 1 run, walked 4, struck out 4. Opponents hitting 172 against the side-arming righty. Swing and a miss. And Herder is quickly ahead of Brennan here, 0-2. The Peach Belt Conference's pitcher of the week this week. Herder picked up the win in Friday's game over the Panthers. Went over the top with the next pitch, but it sailed high, and the count is now 1-2. Herder gets the sign from Hotzak, and now time is called by Brennan. Herder saved all 3 wins for the Pirates last weekend against Mount Olive and picked up the win here on Friday in the 15-11 victory over the Panthers. 1-2 pitch down and away for a ball. It's now 2-2 to Brennan. Two-two pitch, dumped into left field. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run will score as all the runners advance 1 base, and it's now 7-3. That run is charged to Ducey and closes the book on Austin with 2 2/3 innings pitched and 3 runs given up. And it brings up the right fielder, Brennan Toomey. Toomey is 1 for 4 today. Flew out his last time up. Lined out in the first, popped out in the 4th, and singled in the 6th. He represents the tying run. And takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Another pitch low from Herder, and it's now 2-0 to Toomey. And the Pirates now sweating a little bit. This one looked well in hand, 7-0 going into the top of the 8th, but 3 runs scored by the Panthers here in the top of the 8th, and the base is full as there's a strike at the belt from Herder, and it's 2-1. Well, you knew that Florida Tech had hit. They scored 11 runs on the Pirates on Friday and scored 24 earlier today in a 24-7 win over Wingate. Foul back out of play off the bat of Toomey, and the count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Herder popped up. Again, foul out of play. And the count remains 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Herder is high and tight, and the bases are loaded with a full count. So all the runners will start here off the next pitch from Herder. Three balls, 2 strikes. The runners go, and it is off the glove of Kenny Kale into shallow left field. 2 runs are going to score. And all of a sudden, it is a 2-run ball game at 7-5. And that brings up the shortstop, Steven Condata. With the tying runs on. Still 2 out, but 6 straight Panthers have reached base here in the 8th inning. Herder's first pitch to Condata. The runner goes. And the base stealer is safe at third without a throw. Cale was late covering the bag. The pitch was a strike. So Brennan gets his second steal of the day, alertly taking third. Next pitch to Condata is low for ball 1. 5 runs for Florida Tech here in the top of the 8th. It is a 7-5 ball game. Runner goes on the pitch from first, and they will just concede again the stolen base. And now the tying run is in scoring position with a 2-1 count on Condata. Pitch down and away, and it's now 3-1 on the Panthers shortstop. Condata 1 for 3 today with a walk and a single. The Panthers now out hitting the Pirates 11-9. 4 of those hits coming in this inning. 3-1 pitch is a strike, and the count runs full. The 3-2 pitch from Herder is low, ball 4. So the bases are loaded again for the Panthers, and Sam Pallas steps to the plate. The catcher for Florida Tech, 1 for 4 today, singled his last time up. He has also fouled out, flied out, and grounded out. And he is the big bopper for the Panthers. He owns both of Florida Tech's home runs coming into today's action. And there's no place to put them. The bases are full of Panthers. Still 2 out, but 7 straight runners have reached for Florida Tech in this inning, and Herder starts off Pallas with a strike. The 0-1 pitch is grounded to short. Dallas stays with it, throws on to first, and it's wide of the bag, and we are going to be tied. So Florida Tech scores 7 runs in the inning. They've batted around. And Eamon Powers is at the plate with a chance to put the Panthers up top. with runners on second and third, still 2 out. And Powers is the last batter to have gotten out in this inning, as 8 straight runners have advanced, or have reached, excuse me. Powers grounded out to short earlier in the inning. That was back against Austin Ducey, and that seems like about an hour ago. 7-7. Pirates and the Panthers all tied. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Pirates have gotten 3 ground balls, but they've been sharply hit. One to third, went off of Kenny Cale's glove into shallow left field. One to Dallas on a hard hopper that Dallas threw wide of the bag at first. And another pitch to Powers is low, and it's 2-0 now. But walks have killed the Pirates this inning. 4 issued to the Panthers. 3 of those have scored. And the 4th one is sitting on at third base, and Herter is behind Powers now 3-0. The 3-0 pitch to Powers is a strike, and it's 3-1. Well, looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, the Pirates will have Josh Dallas, Mark Noble, and Tyler Evans coming up. Now they find themselves having to score to possibly take a win here. 3-1 pitch is a strike, and the count again goes full. This time on the first baseman for Florida Tech, Eamon Powers. Condada at third and Palace at second represent the go-ahead runs for the Panthers. As Powers, the 12th man to bat in the inning, awaits the payoff pitch. And it's popped up into left field. Bohannon settles underneath it, makes the grab, and that retires the side finally. But Florida Tech has tied it. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're all tied at 7. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. The pitchers of record in Friday's game are now the pitchers of record in this game. Justin Arsenault took the loss against the Pirates in the 15-11 to win on Friday, is now the pitcher of record for Florida Tech, as he faces Josh Dallas leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. Floats in a pitch high for ball 1 to Dallas, and Nate Herter, who came in for the Pirates in the top half of the 8th, as Dallas hits a pop-up into shallow center field. The shortstop Condada makes the grab for out number 1. Herter will be tagged with his first blown save of the season, as he could not preserve the lead in the 8th inning, and he is now the pitcher of record as we bat in the bottom of the 8th. Mark Noble steps up, 3 hits today for Noble. He has also drawn a walk. Arsenault's first pitch to him is low, ball 1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Trias up with it, throws on to first. Quickly 2 down for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th. And it brings up Tyler Evans. Evans is 2 for 3 today. Singled in the first. Struck out in the second. Doubled in a run
First base, number 5.
in the 5th. And drew a walk his last time up. Arsenault's first pitch to Evans is low, ball 1. 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for, 7 runs, 12 hits for Florida Tech. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Armstrong Atlantic, as Arsenault delivers a strike. And it's now 1-1 on Evans. One pitch bounces in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Arsenault gets the sign, the 2-1 pitch to Evans. Floats in high, and it's 3-1 to Evans, with Truman Marek waiting on deck. Three-one pitch, that is a strike, and the count is full. So the payoff pitch from Arsenault to Evans is in the dirt, ball 4. So Evans draws a 2-out walk, second walk he's drawn today.
Number 3, Truman, Marek.
And the 5th walk issued by Panther pitching today. Truman Marek comes to the plate. Marek drove in a run with a walk his last time up. He is 1 for 3 today with a single. Arsenault's first pitch is outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, that is a strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. And the plays didn't seem big at the time, but each of the Florida Tech outfielders has made a diving grab today, robbing Pirate players of base hits. If any one of those plays was not made, we may not be tied right now. Pitch bounces in on Marek, but blocked by Palace, and the count goes to 2-1 on Marek. The 2-1 pitch from Arsenault, and that one is lifted into left center field. That one is carrying and will be caught by Willanier, and we go to the bottom of the or top of the ninth, all tied up at 7. And actually, the error should be on us. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Armstrong, Atlantic, and Florida Tech all knotted up at 7 apiece. In the top of the ninth inning, the designated hitter, Michael Masana, steps in, takes a first pitch low from Nate Herter for ball 1. Masana came in to pinch hit last inning, drew a walk against Austin Ducey, and later scored. And the 1-0 pitch to him from Herter is high ball 2. Swinging a foul back out of play for strike 1. The day started well for the Pirates. 3 straight batters reached on singles, then Sean Hotzak cleared the bases with a 3-run double in the first. It stayed that way till the bottom of the 5th, as there's a strike to Masana. When a RBI double by Tyler Evans and a 2-run single by Kenny Kale made the score 6-0. Truman Marek drew a bases loaded walk in the 6th to make it 7-0. Pirates looked on their way to a comfortable win, but 7 runs in the top of the 8th. 12 batters reached. 13 batters reached against the Pirate pitching, as there's a big swing and a miss. Strike 3, Masana out on strikes, and Herter gets the all-important first out of the inning here in the top of the 9th. And it was a combination of things for the Pirates. 4 walks issued in the inning, 1 error, a 2-run double, a 2-run single. 3 different pitchers used in the inning by the Pirates. And that's where we stand. First pitch, check swing foul off the bat of Eric Trias against Nate Herter. Trias had the 2-run double last inning. He is 2 for 4 today. Takes a pitch down and in for a ball, and that's 1-1. One pitch upstairs for a ball. That's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch sails in on Trias, and it's now 3-1. Three-one pitch is grounded to short. Dallas up with it, throws on to first, and there's two down. Now the left fielder, Will Lanier, steps to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pair of walks today.
Fielder number 6, Will Lanier.
First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Curveball strike on the inside part of the plate makes the count 1-1. One pitch low. Looking for a ball. It's 2-1. Seven top of the ninth here at Pirate Field. Pitch down and away for a ball, and it's now 3-1 on Lanier. 2 out in the inning. As Nate Herder is in his second inning of work. 3-1 pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 3-2. Payoff pitch from Herder is high, ball 4. Seventh walk today for Pirate pitchers after they walked 9 on Friday against Florida Tech. And J.D. Davidson steps to the plate. Davidson 1 for 3 today. He drew a walk his last time up. Takes a pitch high here for ball 1. He has also singled, popped out, and flied out. Throw over to first. Chases the runner Lanier back to the bag. Runner goes on the pitch, swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and the base stealer is out as Lanier is thrown out by Sean Hotsack 2-6, and that gets the Pirates out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the ninth, all tied up at 7.
second baseman number 1, Josh.
Bottom of the ninth inning here at Pirate Field. It's up to Josh Wilson, Sean Hotzak, and Chris Smith if the Pirates want to win this one. Here in the ninth, Wilson 0 for 3 today. A pair of strikeouts, a fielder's choice. He has drawn a walk and takes the first pitch low for ball 1. It bounces off the plate and actually hits the home plate umpire. And that's why he wears padding. 1-0 pitch from Justin Arsenault is outside, and it's 2-0 to Wilson. Arsenault in relief of Krause. Came in trailing it 6-0. It's a 7-7 game, but he has gone behind 3-0 on Wilson, and that's going to get some activity in the Florida Tech bullpen as the 3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4, and Josh Wilson, the winning run, draws a leadoff walk here in the ninth for Sean Hotzak. And all Hotzak did last year was set an Armstrong record for sacrifice hits. So probably no secret what's going to be coming now from the senior from Canada. Sean is 1 for 4 today. He tried to bunt back in the 5th inning, but ended up popping up the bunt to first base. On the season already, he has 4 sacrifice hits. He had 21 last year. The third baseman, Trias, is in on the infield grass. Powers at first, holds the runner Wilson. Arsenault throws over to first. A little quick tag, but Wilson is back safely. Another throw over to first. And Wilson back safely again. A little bit more of a deceptive move there by Arsenault to first, but did not fool Wilson. He's no John Troop. Now Arsenault delivers, and it's bunted right back to the pitcher. Underneath his glove, it's going to be safe all around. As the pitcher, Arsenault, could not field the bunt by Hotzak. It's a single for the Pirates catcher, and now the winning run is in scoring position for the designated hitter, Chris Smith. And we're going to get a visit to the mound. We may get a new pitcher here, or this may just be a discussion among the infielders and the pitcher. And no, the move has been made to the bullpen. A right-hander is going to come in. We'll tell you about him when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Florida Tech is right-hander Jody Danka. Danka also pitched for the Panthers against the Pirates on Friday. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, and 1 walk in 1 inning. Here he is tasked with trying to keep this a tie game for the Panthers with runners on first and second. With nobody out, he will face Chris Smith, the designated hitter. Arsenault pitched well in relief, 3 innings plus 1 hit, no runs. He walked 3, did not strike out a batter, but the runners on first and second are his responsibility. And really the only one that matters is the runner at second, Josh Wilson. Smith is 0 for 3 today. He has been on base twice, though. He was hit by a pitch and reached on an error. He shortens the bunt, takes it low for ball 1 from Danko. Third baseman Trias relaying the signs to the infield here. As Danko from the stretch, and the 1-0 pitch is bunted right in front of the plate. A beautiful bunt. Only play for Danko is to first, and Chris Smith does the job. Moves the runners into scoring position. For Kenny Kale. And the winning run is 90 feet away. And Kale lined into a double play. His last time up, it was a fantastic play by Brendan in center field. Here, he's just trying to get the ball to the outfield. The infield is drawn in with Wilson at third, Hotsack at second, and it looks like the Panthers will intentionally walk Kale here and load the bases. So that will bring up Brad Bohannon. And Bohannon is 0 for 4 today. He has struck out twice, but he lined out to right field on a diving catch by Brennan Toomey. His last time up. The 4th ball issued to Kale, and the bases are now loaded for Bohannon. And we're going to get a visit to the mound. As the Panther players are going to talk about it. The Pirate coaches talking it over with Brad Bohannon, Calvin Culberson and Joe Roberts, Josh Dallas over there as well. Again, the winning run for the Pirates, 90 feet away. We're tied at 7. The bases are full, so there is an out available at every base for the Panthers. And Jody Danko will go to work on Brad Bohannon. The infield retreats to normal depth. And Danko, the right-hander, set to deal to Bohannon. The first pitch to him is a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Danka is fouled at the plate. The 0-2 pitch from Danka. In the dirt, blocked. And they throw down to third as Wilson had strayed a little bit too far down the line. The pitch was in the dirt, but it was blocked ably by Palace. Threw down to third, but Wilson able to scramble back in time. And you knew on an 0-2 pitch, Danko wasn't going to throw anything near the strike zone, so not a bad gamble by Wilson to come down the line a little bit, see if it might get away. So now Danka delivers the 1-2 pitch to Bohannon, and that's low, and it's 2-2. Bases full. Pirates just trying to get the ball to the outfield here to score the winning run. Brad Bohannon, the senior from Carrollton, Texas, at the plate. Danka delivers the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike three. Bohannon strikes out for the third time today, and it's up to Josh Dallas now. The Pirates shortstop, 1 for 4 today. And he will either win it for the Pirates or we will go to extra innings. All tied at 7. Dallas, the left-handed hitter, steps in.
Shortstop number 2, Josh Dallas.
To face Danka. Josh Wilson, the run that matters, he's on at third. Hotzak is on at second. Kale is on at first. But really, there's a line drive into right field coming on, and making the grab is Toomey, and we go to extra innings. Florida Tech celebrating like they won the game, but they still got to play. We're going to the 10th inning. Armstrong Atlantic and the Panthers all tied at 7. Armstrong Atlantic goes to the top of the 10th inning and will bring in right fielder Truman Marek to pitch, taking over for Nate Herter. The Pirates will lose the designated hitter as Mitch Hudson will go into Chris Smith's spot in the order and play right field, and Marek now in for the second time in as many days. He pitched 1 inning. 1 1/3 innings yesterday against Wingate and struck out 2. And he delivers a first pitch strike to second baseman J.D. Davidson here in the top of the 10th. First extra inning game for the Pirates this season. Fastball, a little outside, and it's 1-1 to Davidson, who was at the plate when Will Lanier was thrown out trying to steal to end the top of the 9th. Another pitch, another strike, and Marek gets ahead of Davidson here, 1-2. One-two pitch, popped foul out of play. Marek did not pitch for the Pirates last season, but this year expected to contribute in the bullpen. And now called in a tough spot, and he gets Davidson swinging for the strikeout for out number 1 here in the 10th. Now we'll go back to the top of the order for Nick Brennan, center fielder who is 2 for 5 today. Singles in his last 2 at-bats. Marek's first pitch to him is low, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, lined up the middle. That's a base hit. Brennan with hits in his last 3 at-bats. He is the go-ahead run on with 1 out for the right fielder Brennan Toomey, who has 2 hits today. He's 2 for 5 and drove in 2 with a single his last time up. Nate Herter went 1 1/3 innings for the Pirates, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, neither of them were earned. He walked 2, struck out 1. As the first pitch swinging is Toomey, fouls 1 off for strike 1. But right now, the pitchers of record in the game are the pitchers in the ball game: Jody Danka for Florida Tech and Truman Marek for the Pirates. Fastball fouled at the plate, and Marek gets ahead of Toomey, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Marek. High, ball 1. Throw over to first. Close play at first, but Brendan able to get back safely. And now the 1-2 pitch from Marek. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
It's a 2 down now, and the Pirates. Marek will face Steven Condata, the shortstop, who is 1 for 3 today with a single and a pair of walks.
Marek's first pitch to him is low, ball one. Nick Brennan on at first for the Panthers, but 2 down here in the top of the 10th. A 7-0 lead by the Pirates evaporated in the 8th as the Panthers scored 7. And here we stand in the 10th. Throw over to first again. Brennan back to the bag. The Pirates had runners on second and third with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, but could not bring the winning run home. Another throw over to first. It's a little low. Nice play by Evans to scoop it out of the dirt. And Brennan is safely back. The 1-0 pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second, and a great throw by Hotzak. Oh, they say he's safe. The ball beat Brennan to the bag, but somehow Brennan avoided the tag of Josh Wilson. And he is now in scoring position. With a 1-1 count on Condata. And if you're Sean Hotzak, you could not have made a better throw down to second than the senior did right there. The 1-1 pitch from Marek is a strike, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on the shortstop, Condata. Truman Marek in relief delivers the pitch fouled back towards the Florida Tech dugout and out of play. So again, the 1-2 pitch from Marek. Called strike 3, and Marek gets out of the inning by striking out the side. We go to the bottom of the 10th, all tied up at 7. Bottom of the 10th inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong Atlantic will have the top of the order up to face Jody Danka as Mark Noble steps in. Noble 3 for 4 today with 3 singles and a walk. He'll be followed by Tyler Evans and Truman Marek here in the bottom of the 10th of a 7-7 ball game. Danka's first pitch to Noble is low, ball 1. Pirates had 2 cracks at it in the bottom of the 9th when Josh Wilson drew a leadoff walk. Sean Hotzak reached on a bunt single, and then both runners were sacrificed as there's a strike to Noble, and that's 1-1. Kenny Cale was intentionally walked to lead the bases, and then Brad Bohannon struck out, and Josh Dallas flew out to right. One pitch from Danka, well down in the strike zone. It's 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch grounded to first, and Powers will just step on the bag for out number 1. That'll bring up Tyler Evans. 2 for 3 today. He has drawn walks his last 2 times up. He has also doubled in a run and singled. Danka's first pitch to him is low, ball 1. Seven runs, 12 hits, 1 error for Florida Tech. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Pirates. Line drive into right field. That is a base hit for Evans. And the winning run is on with 1 out for Truman Marek, the pitcher. Marek 1 for 4 today. He has driven in a run via a bases-loaded walk. That was the last run that the Pirates scored back in the 6th inning. He also singled in the first. Danka's first pitch to him is swung on and fouled at the plate for strike 1. And that one must have looked pretty good to Marek. He decided at the last minute to swing at it. Evans leads away from first. Oh for 2 this season on stolen base attempts. He's going on the pitch. Throw is high. And Evans has stolen second. And he is now in scoring position for Marek, and it's a 1-1 count. So Tyler Evans gets his first stolen base of the year. And Marek has a chance to win it for himself here. He's at the plate with the winning run at second after he came in as a pitcher in the 10th inning. And they're going to say the count is 0-2, not 1-1. So it's an 0-2 count on Marek. Swung on and golfed into left field, chasing it is the left fielder Lanier, but it falls in foul territory. And Marek stays alive. The 0-2 pitch again from Danka. That's up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Evans. The throw to the plate is not in time, and the Pirates win it 8-7. Truman Marek wins it for himself with an RBI single. in the bottom of the 10th inning, and the Pirates stay on their winning streak. ASU now 6-1 on the season. Florida Tech falls to 3-2. Fans, thanks for listening and watching to our contest today. We'll be back with you on Friday as Armstrong Atlantic takes on Southern Connecticut State. 2 o'clock for first pitch out here at Pirate Field. Chad Jackson saying thanks for listening and watching. You've been watching Pirate Baseball on your official home for Armstrong Athletics, www.athletics.armstrong.edu.